to Studio Lou. It's Cindy. So I am starting a new project for, I won't say this month, but it might run a lot longer. So I was watching a channel, I can't remember which one, that introduced me to a challenge that's being organized by Dee Farrago on YouTube. I will link down below in this video to this challenge, just in this first one so that you can see it. But the hashtag is TCTC 2021. So it's called like the Colossal Tome of Concepts. So basically this is an idea that I've kind of had rummaging around in my brain. I've seen other people kind of doing different versions of it, but I need to do this for myself. So what it's going to be is a journal. I built this book today out of a vintage art book that I used all the images out of, and a cotton t-shirt that I no longer need. And you can see the glue is still kind of drying, so it's a little speckly. But this book itself is not going to be pretty. It's going to be for me and super functional. It's got this massive, gigantic 4-inch spine. It's like going to be such a monster big book. But what it's going to be is literally just a book of ideas of different kinds of ephemera, so that when I'm making a journal and I'm like, what can I put on this page? What should I do? Like sometimes it all runs together, and like you've seen so many things, you know, so many ideas, but then you can get really stale when you're actually making and just kind of go to like your fallback things that you do, and then your journal's not as interesting. So this will help me. So the other concept of this is that it's not going to be like super decorative and pretty. It's literally just going to be like the basic concept. You'll probably do a lot nicer version when you're making a journal to sell or to give away as a gift. So the first thing, I'm going to jump right in. The first thing that I want to make for this journal is something that I saw today, actually. I saw it in a video by 49 Dragonflies, and she got the challenge, the idea, from someone who makes these in her shop, and she was challenged to make them. So basically I'm calling it like a zipper peak tag, and I just really wanted to make one after I saw it because it just looked really fun. I'm not going to do as nice of a one right now as what I saw today, but that's okay. So here's the concept. So you take a zipper, and this is like a vintage kind of metal zipper, and basically you're going to have something that you want behind. You want it to peek out. So in this case, I'm going to use this offcut from a digital image that I'm working on for one of my kids, and I'm just going to cut it out here. So this is going to be a tag. I'll just cut this out. Okay, so put this down here like so. And then the idea is to have the zipper kind of open a bit so that you can see what's going on behind. Now I'm going to clip the tops off here, just above the zipper, like that extra fabric that you have. We don't need that. Then I'm going to glue down this image. Okay, so then I've got to figure out kind of how I want it, and then how I would shape the tag after that. Because I don't think that, I can't remember if the zipper was down a little further. No, it wasn't. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to actually glue the zipper down next, I think. I'm just going to put fabric tack on the back of the zipper here. And this video series, I'm probably going to make a whole bunch of short videos. But knowing me, like I always make at least 30-minute videos, so they might just be normal videos. We'll see. Also, my ability to not do any kind of decoration might fail. But this book isn't going to be pretty. It's going to be like using up papers that I don't know what to do with, that, you know, they're like weird themes, like, and I don't feel like reusing them or something. So I'm just going to pull this up a little. So this, I think, is about how I want it to be. Like so. And just kind of press out any glue bubbles that you have. So there's your zipper. Then, so first I'll trim this down into a tag. Okay, so then let me just see here how I want this to be shaped. And then the other idea was basically like you cover up this part with like, it looked like wallpaper kind of. So I got a bunch of this handmade paper the other day. So I'm just going to cut a piece of it here. And then the idea is on this edge, you kind of snip and then like try to just kind of like roll it, like so that it's going to be like a tattered rolled up edge. And then I'll glue it down right against the zipper here. And then maybe I can probably just, yeah, curve it a little, and then I can go back and trim. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to get some glue here. Okay, and then just press that down. Don't worry too hard right now. Just get it kind of glued down, and then we'll go back and trim. So the idea is to just have like this little overhang. Oops, I think I trimmed a little too much off there. Just trying to kind of rough this up to make it look a little more the way that I need it to. Then go back here and trim this off. Like that. Maybe I just want to kind of cover this up so that the concept isn't lost, that this is all kind of one piece. Just kind of roll that back a little. Let's kind of, again, you're just trying to get kind of that like wallpaper peely kind of look right there. Now, will this be big enough to fit on here? I think so. And it's almost like you have to sort of go with the curve. It's almost like cutting corners when you're doing curves and you're sewing. See, like that. And then you can probably just make like a little fold like that. And just make a few more little cuts. And then we'll put the fabric tack down on this side. That one's a little bit easier than the last because I made that snip and fold. Okay, then we just want to pull this back a little. I'm kind of just trying to like roll it with your fingers. And these would be really cool in like a sewing journal or like a journal for men, maybe like that, where you're using like a more masculine kind of theme, or not even just men, but like just a masculine theme if you're making something to look kind of like a suit jacket or okay, so there's the basis of what we want right there. Then, you know, I'd probably decorate up here a little bit and then punch a hole. Oops. Sorry, I keep hitting this paper filter. All right. So then maybe, you know, what would be kind of cool is like just doing like a simple, messy, like pinstripe. Like you could do like this if you wanted to. Just messy. And then I don't normally like do drawing like that on ephemera, but again, this isn't about like super decorating. And then we would just grunge it up a little. Like if I were, you know, doing this for a journal, I'd probably print my paper if I wanted like some kind of specific pinstripe or something. Yeah, so that's that. Then let me just grab this. Oops. Center it, pop a hole there. Just grab a piece of scrap fabric. And you know what else you could do? You could stitch on here. That might be kind of cool. We could try that. Because I think I want to stitch the ribbon in anyways. So let's move this paper. Slow down the speed here. I had my machine going super quick earlier. I forgot about that. Oops, there we go. Sorry about that. Just doing the stitching the lines now. Okay, there we go. So let me just push this away. Then I need to cut all these little thread bits here because I just kept lifting my machine and moving it. I didn't break the threads in between, which saves a bit of time. But then it leaves you with all these little guys to deal with at the end, which you would have had to deal with anyways, but there we go. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to bother cleaning up the back. If I would probably just either, you know what, I probably would just trim these, like, you know, just trim off these threads. And you could choose to back this if the stitches there bothered you. But in some ways, I think that they would be really cool just left alone because they're sort of like lines. And after all, this is a journaling tag, right? So it's kind of a cool guide to just like leave there for people to, you know, write on the back and see the lines as a guide. Nothing wrong with lines. So there, that's kind of fun for just a quick and messy version of this. So yeah, this is a zipper peak tag. And just kind of, we got to just give these a little bit more roughing up. There we go. So yeah, wallpaper works really good for this. That's what I saw the project at 49 Dragonflies. Her project was like, probably the picture could come all the way up the tag too. It's kind of cut off there. So like I said, I'd probably add a piece of trim or something there if this were for a journal. But I'm so happy about it. So that'll be the first thing to go into my journal for TCTC 2021, the Collosol Tome of Concepts. So thanks so much for watching this short little video, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thanks again. Bye.